The atmosphere on set was tense, cameras rolling, crew holding their breath, as everyone sensed something monumental was about to happen. Mendeecees, once seen as untouchable and confident, suddenly found himself at the center of a storm he couldn't control. Fans online were speculating non-stop. A secret affair? A hidden betrayal? Emotions ran high as viewers tried to piece together what could have led Sierra to take such bold action. Friends, family, and even co-stars reportedly had their loyalties tested, whispers of confrontation spreading like wildfire. The air was thick with anticipation, every glance, every movement magnified under the watchful eyes of the camera. And then it happened. Sierra entered, poised and unyielding, eyes locked on Yandy. No smiles, no small talk, just a raw, unfiltered truth ready to be unleashed. The room seemed to shrink, the tension almost unbearable as fans braced themselves for revelations that could change everything. The moment Sierra walked onto the set, the air shifted. Everyone had sensed tension all morning. The usual chatter subdued, replaced by uneasy glances and whispered speculations. Sierra, dressed in black from head to toe, moved with a purpose that made the cameras catch every step she took. Her eyes locked on Yandy immediately, and the energy in the room became almost unbearable. Nobody dared speak. The crew stopped adjusting cameras. Producers paused their notes, and even the cast seemed frozen, waiting for what was about to unfold. Yandy, unaware of the full plan, noticed Sierra's gaze and felt a chill run down her spine. Her hands tightened around her phone, thumb hovering over the screen. She tried to maintain composure, but the tension was palpable. "What are you doing here, Sierra?" she asked, voice low but steady. Sierra didn't smile, didn't greet politely. "I'm here to speak the truth," she said, her tone cold and firm. "And you're going to hear it whether you like it or not." Mendeecees, sitting across the room, shifted uneasily. He had seen Sierra before, knew her reputation for blunt honesty, but this was different. This was public in front of the entire cast and cameras rolling. He tried to intervene. "Sierra, maybe we should—" "No," Sierra interrupted sharply. "I'm done waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now." The room went silent. Even Spice, known for her quick remarks and jokes, sipped her water in quiet anticipation, sensing the storm about to break. Everyone could feel it. This wasn't just drama, it was revelation. Yandy single quotes, his jaw tightened, her pulse quickening. "If you have something to say, just say it. No games," she challenged, though a hint of fear slipped through. Sierra nodded, pulling a small device from her purse. "You've heard rumors, right? Whispers online, fans talking, the world speculating. Well, the whispers are true. Mendeecees has been hiding something from you, from everyone, and I have the proof." Mendeecees froze, guilt flickering across his face, swallowed trying to form words. But Sierra continued without hesitation. She pressed play on the recording, and the room went completely quiet. The faint sound of Mendeecees' voice filled the space, unmistakable, as he spoke to another woman. The conversation revealed intimate exchanges, hidden meetings, and admissions that could not be ignored. Yandy's hands shook, and she covered her mouth, trying to process what she was hearing. Her eyes welled with tears, and the world seemed to tilt around her. "Is this real?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Sierra's gaze didn't waver. "Every word. You don't have to take my word for it. The recording doesn't lie." The cast shifted in their seats, some gasping, others exchanging shocked glances. Bambi dropped her phone as the gravity of the situation sank in while Rashida leaned forward, eyes wide, gripping Kirk's arm. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Mendeecees finally spoke, his voice rough and defensive. "Yandy, it's not what it sounds like. It wasn't serious. Not serious." Yandy's voice cracked, a mix of anger and disbelief. "You call this not serious? You lied to me, to our friends, to everyone who trusted you. And now Sierra is standing here proving it." Sierra raised a finger, cutting through the chaos. "I'm not here to take sides. I'm here to show the truth. Whether you accept it or not, it exists. And hiding behind excuses won't change that." Mendeecees ran a hand over his face, trying to remain composed, but it was clear he was crumbling. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I made a mistake." "A mistake?" Yandy's laugh was bitter, echoing around the room. "A mistake? Do you think months of secret meetings, hidden messages, and lies are a mistake? You've betrayed everything we've built together." The recording continued to play snippets of conversations, each one revealing more deception. Fans online were already reacting in real time, the tension spilling beyond the set. The room felt like a pressure cooker, emotions running high. With every word increasing the intensity, Sierra turned to Yandy, softer now, but firm. "I know this hurts. I know it's shocking, but you deserve to see the truth. You deserve to make choices based on reality, not lies. Yandy's eyes filled with tears, and she sank into her chair, her hands gripping the edge tightly. I don't even know what to feel right now. Anger, betrayal, heartbreak, it's all mixed together. How could he do this to me? Mendeecees reached out, voice trembling. Andy, please, I love you. I never wanted this to happen. I was confused, and I made a terrible decision, but I swear I still care about you. Love, Yandy snapped, standing up, her eyes blazing. Love doesn't hide behind secrets. Love doesn't manipulate and betray. This isn't love. This is control, lies, and shame. The cast watched silently, some unable to look away, others shielding their eyes from the intensity. Spice muttered under her breath, "This is insane." The family's completely divided now. Bambi shook her head, whispering to Rashida, "I can't even imagine being in Yandy's shoes. This is next-level betrayal." Sierra stepped closer to Yandy, lowering her voice. "You have a choice. You can let this break you, or you can use it to take back your power. Don't let anyone, not even him, dictate your life anymore." Yandy took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. She looked at Mendeecees, then at Sierra, then at the cast who had witnessed her world unravel. I need time," she said finally, voice wavering. "Time to think, to breathe, to figure out who I am without being manipulated by lies." Mendeecees' face fell, despair clear in his eyes. He had lost control, and the consequences of his actions were finally catching up. He opened his mouth to speak, but no words could bridge the chasm that had formed between them. Sierra nodded, satisfied that the truth had been delivered. She turned to leave but stopped at the door, glancing back at Yandy. "Remember, you're stronger than the secrets around you. Don't let them define you." The cameras kept rolling, capturing every moment, every tear, every flinch, every tremor, and voices that had once been full of love, and now echoed betrayal. Fans would see it all, react, and speculate for weeks. But in that room, the reality was raw, unfiltered, and undeniable. The tension lingered long after Sierra walked out, leaving Yandy and Mendeecees to face each other. The unspoken questions hung in the air. Could trust be rebuilt? Could love survive such a revelation? Would this affair destroy everything they had worked for? Or would it become the catalyst for a reckoning neither of them were prepared to handle? Every heartbeat seemed louder, every breath more significant as the reality of the betrayal sank in. The room that had once been a set filled with laughter and casual arguments now felt like a courtroom. Every glance a witness, every word evidence, and every silence a verdict waiting to be delivered. As Yandy sat down, finally allowing herself to feel the weight of the moment, Mendeecees realized that this was bigger than him, bigger than their marriage. It was about choices, consequences, the exposure of a truth that could not be hidden any longer. The cast exchanged quiet whispers, some shaking their heads in disbelief, others trying to piece together how something so hidden had remained secret for so long. The family dynamic had shifted irreversibly, and fans watching online were already reacting in shock, creating hashtags, debates, and viral moments that would dominate social media for days. In the background, producers watched carefully, knowing this was reality TV gold, the kind of explosive confrontation that would define a season. Yet for Yandy and Mendeecees, this wasn't entertainment. It was the collapse of trust. Okay. The unmasking of betrayal and the beginning of a very public reckoning. The room remained thick with tension. Long after Sierra had left, Yandy sat. Thick with tension. Long after Sierra had left, Yandy sat. Silently, her mind racing through every conversation, every hidden message, every suspicious glance that now made sense. Mendeecees tried to approach her again, but she instinctively leaned back, her eyes sharp and unyielding. "Don't," she said softly, but her voice carried the weight to finality. He froze, guilt and desperation mingling on his face. "Yandy, please, we can fix this. I can explain everything. I know it looks bad, but it isn't what you think. What you think isn't what I think." Yandy's laugh was bitter, low, and trembling. "You call months of secret meetings, hidden calls, and lies. Isn't what I think? I have the proof in my hands." Mendeecees, Sierra gave me the truth, and there's no turning back. The cast watched from a distance, some leaning forward, others whispering under their breath. Spice shook her head, murmuring to Bambi, "Emotions ran high before, but now it's on a whole new level. This isn't just drama anymore. This is chaos." Mendeecees sank into his chair, running a hand over his face. "I didn't plan for any of this. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I made mistakes. Yes, but I never meant for them to affect you like this." "Mistakes?" Yandy's voice rose, echoing across the room. "You think calling this a mistake makes it better? Do you know how it feels to defend someone who is lying to your face every day? To smile for the world while hiding the truth inside. Sierra's voice cut in from the corner of the room, calm but commanding. Yandy, it's okay to feel everything. Anger, heartbreak, betrayal. These emotions are natural. What's important now is what you do with them. Yandy's eyes filled with tears, but she forced herself to stand. I need answers. I need honesty, and I need to know why. Why would you risk everything, Mendeecees? Why betray the family? Betray me. Betray us. He swallowed. Voice low, almost a whisper. I don't have a perfect answer. I was selfish. I thought I could handle it. Think I could control it, but I was wrong. Completely wrong. Wrong, Yandy echoed, her voice breaking. Wrong doesn't cover the months of lies, the whispers, the secret calls. Wrong doesn't cover watching Sierra hand me proof while you sit here trying to explain yourself away. Wrong doesn't cover what you did to me, to us, to our life. The cast shifted uncomfortably. The room tense with anticipation. Bambi whispered, "The family is divided." Fans are shocked. This is bigger than anyone imagined. Mendeecees tried again, leaning forward, pleading, "Please, Yandy, I love you. I never wanted to hurt you. It was a lapse in judgment, not a reflection of my feelings for you." Yandy shook her head, stepping back. Love doesn't hide in shadows. Love doesn't come with secrecy and betrayal. I don't know if I can see you the same way again. If I can trust anything you say. Sierra watched quietly, arms crossed, her presence a reminder of the truth that could no longer be ignored. Sometimes the truth is painful, Yandy. It exposes what's been hidden, forces people to face reality. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Mendeecees' voice cracked. I know. I see that now. And I regret everything. Every lie, every omission, every secret. I wish I could take it back. You can't take it back, Yandy said, tears streaming freely now. You can only face it. And you will, with everyone knowing what you've done. The recording had played again in snippets, highlighting moments that left the cast in shock. Rashida whispered, "This is insane. The betrayal is real. The emotions raw. And fans online are already losing it." Spice leaned over to Kirk, murmuring, "This is one of the most explosive moments in reality TV history. Nobody saw it coming. And now the aftermath will be insane." Yandy turned to Sierra, voice softening slightly. "Thank you for showing me the truth. It hurts, but I needed to see it." Sierra nodded. Sometimes the truth is the only way forward. Now you have the chance to make a decision that isn't clouded by lies. Mendeecees, desperate, reached for her hand. "Please, Yandy, I can fix this. We can get through it. We've survived hard times before, haven't we?" Yandy pulled her hand away sharply. "Survived? Oh, maybe. But this isn't just hard times. This is betrayal exposed. This is trust broken beyond repair. And you can't just expect forgiveness because you say so." The cast murmured among themselves, some sympathetic to Yandy, others uncertain. Bambi whispered, "I wouldn't even know how to react. The layers of deception are unbelievable." Yandy's voice was steady, cutting through the whispers. "I need space, time, clarity. I can't make decisions under the shadow of lies. And I certainly can't pretend everything is okay while my life has been turned upside down." Mendeecees' face fell, realization dawning. He had underestimated the impact of his actions, underestimated the reach of secrets, and underestimated Yandy's strength. I understand," he said quietly. "I'll wait, however long it takes. I don't want to lose you completely." Sierra's gaze softened but remained firm. "The truth doesn't guarantee reconciliation, but it guarantees awareness. Yandy, whatever you choose, it's yours and it's based on reality." The recording had been replayed several times, each snippet leaving the cast stunned. Fans watching online were shocked, emotions running high, debating what Mendeecees' next move would be, and whether Yandy would ever forgive him. Yandy finally took a deep breath, centering herself. "I've defended you, I've protected you, and I've carried the weight of your mistakes for far too long. Now it's your turn to face the consequences alone, if you must." Mendeecees' eyes welled up, but no words came. He realized that every excuse, every plea, every attempt to justify himself was meaningless now. The truth had been exposed, and it was final. Sierra stepped back, her job done. Truth is power. Yandy, don't let anyone take that from you. The cast stayed silent, absorbing the aftermath. The tension that had filled the room for hours was now replaced with a heavy, reflective quiet. Everyone knew that life had changed irrevocably in those moments. Fans online continued to speculate. Hashtags trending, debates raging, and the reality TV world buzzing with the explosive revelation. The social media storm was inevitable, but inside the room, Yandy felt a strange mixture of sorrow, anger, and empowerment. She had been betrayed, Yes, but she now had the clarity she deserved. The night ended with silence between Yandy and Mendeecees, the unspoken truth of their fractured trust lingering in the air. The cast left quietly, each processing the drama they had just witnessed.